Good evening. Thank you for joining us for another edition of the London Indie Underground, which is London's original and only independent music podcast, showcasing some of our area's most talented artists, bands, and personalities. And I'm sincerely hoping that this is your first time joining us tonight. I know our listenership has been growing over the past few weeks as we've had some rather compelling guests on the show. That said, my guest co-host, who's been on the podcast many times.
Hi.
Who's infamously late.
I was at the gym today. I have an excuse.
You were at the gym?
Yeah, I do the gym now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you, man.
I didn't puke today either, so that's pretty sweet.
You did last time?
I did on Friday.
Good for you,
Yeah,
man.
it's strenuous.
That's how you know you're working out.
Fuck it. Sorry. I'm here.
That's okay. We just went live.
Good.
So I was just kind of teeing up.
Did you miss me already?
I beg your
I
pardon?
sound sexy tonight.
Don't you? I think you're louder than all of us. I might have to turn you down a bit. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Edie.
Hi.
It's a pleasure.
Hi.
So,
Hi.
as I was saying, if this is your first time listening to our podcast, thank you for joining us. My name is Jimmy James. We're broadcasting live from the Vault Recording Studio here in downtown London, Ontario. And I know our listenership is not exclusively London. We have people all over the province, even some people overseas, which is pretty amazing. You know, we can go on after the fact and see from our metrics, where people are listening from. I had people listening from Qatar. I don't even know where that is, but...
Isn't that in World of Warcraft?
No.
I don't actually know, but it just sounds like
It's a fantasy
it would
game.
be in World of Warcraft.
So that said, today we got a couple of cool things to break to you, actually. First and foremost, I would like to present our guest that's joining us today, Lynn Craven from Lonnie and the Garden. Lynn, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Good. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, and nobody more than me. Before we do this, obviously we do a bit of a sound check, and so I had an opportunity to catch a couple of your songs, which sounded great. And other than your recordings, the only other time that I've heard you perform, having not seen you live, was when you and I played together at the Rock Lottery,
Yes.
which was a lot of fun.
Yes.
But it kind of tuned me into what you've been doing with Lonnie and the Garden.
Yeah.
So looking forward to having you perform live for us today, and of course we'll get to some conversation about all things Lonnie and the Garden in a bit.
Great.
Awesome. And so joining me too, on my right-hand side, two new members of the London Indie Underground team, which incidentally are both named Alex, which is going to cause some confusion.
One
no
and two.
question. So I
Thing one, thing who's one, who's
Yeah,
two?
sure.
Yeah, no, how do we decide that? I feel like we should have like a battle to the death. I still sound really, really loud.
yeah, I'm working on it right now. There you go.
Seriously, battle to the death, though.
Battle
Okay.
to no.
I'll get on that.
We don't condone that sort of thing here. Maybe off air, maybe not on air. So on my left, we've got Alex, who's our co-op
Hello.
student / intern. How are you, sir?
I'm very good. Yourself?
Good. You look really nervous.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Are ya?
I've never done anything like this before.
Well, that's cool. So
I'm
I was
excited.
fortunate that I have a couple of friends that are teachers, and one specifically that had made a recommendation. Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know what's up there. Apologies. We're having a bit of technical difficulty. I think you're okay now. Hold up. There you go. That's why
Solid.
you're a promoter.
That is
Not
exactly
an
why.
engineer. So I had the privilege of having a couple of friends that are school teachers, and one of which made a recommendation looking for a co-op student. And put me into contact with Alex here, and you came down, and we had a bit of a meeting. So I'm looking forward to having you with us
Yeah.
on the podcast, and kind of getting your take, because you, in some respects, I guess you were going to represent for us the younger generation, if you
Yeah,
will.
exactly.
Fresh ears.
Yeah, and we want to be plugged into that too. I mean, we're not exclusively tied to any specific genre or
Mhm.
age group. But that said, it's going to be nice to be able to get some input from you. And then my other Alex, so who's our intern here, who's kind of on loan, but at the same time, I'm really excited to have you here, and I'm looking forward to working with you. And we want to have you two guys obviously involved in the podcast, whether it's through connecting with our fans through socials, which incidentally right now Alex too on the right hand side is working our social streams. So if you'd like to chime in on any of the subject matter, is it still moving on you?
So we've already decided who 1 and 2 is now?
I guess
I like
guess,
two
yeah.
because I like this is my symbol.
Peace.
So
One
sh-
is better. Just kidding.
Oh, Edie. You got to expect these things from this guy. Hey, there's beer in the fridge, by the
I
way.
know, I'm
Today
waiting
we're
for,
sponsored
the
by
first
All
tune.
Sorts. That's why you came.
That's always why I come.
I think Gary might be listening right now at home. He's sick today. Poor Gare Bear.
I feel for you.
It's going around, man.
I've had it in my throat and my nose all week, although it's only Wednesday.
He came to drop off some gear to me and didn't even want to come in. He said, can you come out and pick it up from my truck? I don't even want to come in for fear that I'm going to get
Crazy.
sick. So
That's not good.
no, it's not good. And
But, I mean,
and
the weather's gone from 10 degrees to negative 15.
it'll do that.
Yep.
We do live in Canada.
Really?
Yes.
I thought we lived in Qatar.
No complaints here, though. No complaints, because we had it really good for a long time. I'm just hoping that this year, because we're playing Paddy's Day, that big show we're going to talk about in a bit. But
Yeah.
last year,
It was nice last year.
it was gorgeous. It was
Yeah.
like 18 degrees or
At least.
something. Unbelievable. Well, listen, if you want to chime in on any of our topics of conversation tonight, and who knows where this thing's going to go, but feel free to chime in. Let us know via Twitter or Facebook or smoke signal, however you want to communicate. Text message. We can handle that sort of thing. We should get to some music here. What do you guys want to hear? Have any requests?
Angels and Airwaves. Just put it up there.
No, we only
He
play
got
we
first
only
choice.
play indie music.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, buddy.
What indie stuff do I know?
Witches.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna support a band here. Some friends of London Indie Underground, some bros in a band called Alias. I don't know if you're familiar with these guys, but they're working on a new album right now, and we're looking forward to dropping some tracks here for you when we get them. So this is or Elias. I always pronounce that incorrectly because it looks like Alias. So this is
A&E.
yeah, this is Elias with Tracing Circuits here on the London Indie Underground. Elias with Tracing Circuits here on the London Indie Underground. Apologies to those guys. I know they're listening week to week, and they've been really pumping our tires here, letting everybody know about what we're trying to do, and I keep pronouncing their name incorrectly. So Elias, it's stamped in there. And if I mess it up again, guys, you can come here and repeatedly kick me in the crotch.
I used to live on Elias Street. Right around the corner.
Cool story.
I know, right?
So your workout regime's going well. Quitting smoking's going well. It's like a whole new Edie.
Oh, no, I still drink a shit ton.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's pretty much like, well, at least a couple of nights a week. You're like, beers? Via the old text message?
I'm not as bad as I make it sound.
No, but I
I
mean,
enjoy being social.
I don't when
and
I
I'm
see
at a
ya.
bar. That's why I work in bars.
I mean, you're not Matt Grady drunk when I see you.
Oh, no.
No.
Because nobody can be Matt Grady drunk.
I'm gonna get him on the podcast here.
And bring in a bottle of Maker's Mark and see what happens. Maybe
Oh,
he'll
really?
get naked and start swinging Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody again.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
He came to the owl one night super fucked on mushrooms and started dancing everywhere and mouthing the entire word or song. It was great.
I think that probably my favorite experience at the Night Owl in terms of seeing people drink was Albie was there. I think you were there too.
When he fell out of his stool and then fell on the sidewalk.
Well, he fell off the stool, but when he fell, it was because he had ordered a martini, and he tried to shoot it like a
Oh,
shooter,
yeah.
and he fell right out on the floor, and then he got chucked out.
Yeah.
That was great. But then he was back there the next day. I know he's probably listening right now. I know Dustin Andrews, he sent me some music here today. We'll get to it a little bit later.
Albie, so when I signed up, when I signed up for Good Life, they were like, here's the sheet. Fill out some names if you want a t-shirt, a water bottle, and a gym bag. So I felt really cruel to certain friends, so I gave them every single member of Baptized in Blood's phone number. Albie, Dustin.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny this morning.
Yeah, I saw some angry wall posts
Yeah.
saying, what the hell, man?
Thanks for the gym bag, guys.
Yeah, sorry about the 8 a.m. phone call.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, no, I've received a few of those before. You guys have a gym membership? You work out?
I
No.
do. I
Yeah?
do Good Life.
Really?
Yeah. Never seen you.
Oxford and Adelaide.
Oh.
What?
That's where I live.
It's
I
closer,
go
it's
downtown
dirtier and smaller.
'cause
Yeah.
it's more posh.
Yeah, I know.
It's not that bad, although there are a lot of meatheads there that are, muscle
I just
envy.
like it that there's not a lot of people there, and I don't want people to watch me work out.
Depends
no
when
one
you
ever
go.
watches you.
I don't know. I watch people when I'm sitting there on the
Supermodel.
elliptical for half an hour. I am watching the fuck out of people. I am judging. No, I'm not really judging, but looking at them and being like, man, you could probably run an hour and a half longer than I can.
How long can you run for?
I did half hour today.
That's pretty good.
Still good.
How many Ks was it?
I don't know. It was 2 miles,
2 miles?
whatever that is. in
That's pretty decent,
kilometers.
man. It's not bad considering, how long has it been since you worked out?
Friday.
Well, I mean,
Just kidding. Before that, when I was 20,
20.
when I was still athletic,
So it's been a while.
10 years.
Oh, good for you, man. So is this like a late blooming resolution, or is it just something you decided out of the blue?
Well, I get a lot of pressure from my girlfriend because she goes now, and Jamie.
Jamie's been off and on, though, for a while, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's also the quitting smoking. I'd like it to alleviate my stress, so
Right.
thus
Well,
helping me quit smoking.
well, good for you, man. Well, power to
What's
you.
this? Because of the drinking.
Yeah, I got to work on some of that myself.
So no personal
just-
trainer for you?
No way. You kidding me?
Help you work
Did you
it
do a
out?
consultation, though?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
He set me there for like an hour, and I was going in just for the 3-day trial, just so I could work out for that day and then get it going on Monday. Nope.
Oh my
Membership right there. He almost had me at the $190, whatever, $2 personal trainer, and then I was like, no, I don't want to be yelled at. That's not gonna make me work out. That's just gonna make me leave.
What they did for me, they put me on this machine that tells you how much fat you have in your body. So they're like, yeah, you've got like over 50% body fat. And I'm like, so I need a trainer. That's how they get you.
Ah, no way. I
Yeah.
just know there's this thing called Google. Google is my personal trainer.
And YouTube.
Yeah. How do I lose my beer belly? Oh, you do cardio and jumping jacks. Oh, cool.
Simple
I
as
can do
that.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't need a membership to do that.
Mm-mm.
No.
You could get a treadmill or something. Who has a
Yeah.
treadmill at their house?
You think I could
Ev-
run in my house on a treadmill when I have 3 dogs?
No, that's true. But almost
there.
everybody I know that has bought a treadmill sells it at some point, or it's like
Hangs
becomes like a
clothes on.
coat. Yeah,
Yeah.
a clothes rack.
Very
yeah,
nice clothes rack.
Very big clothes rack.
it's true. True story.
We used to have fun with them when I was younger, though. I'd go over to friends' house, they would have them, and we'd end up turning them on full blast and then dropping toys on them, watching them zip across the room.
Or if you turn them on full blast and then you jump onto it and try to catch up, right? Because most of the time when you get on one, you kind of ease into whatever your pace is. But if you don't know what it is
Oh, yeah.
and it's like blindingly fast and you jump on, you're going to bail. It makes for some good comedy. And it makes for people going through walls too
Oh,
at
yeah.
times.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, one of my buddies, his mom had one in the basement, and it was like right tucked in this little corner. And so he goes and jumps on this thing, spins around, goes flying backwards, and his foot goes right through the gyprock. Yeah, it was good times. We had fun. I think we're getting a message. Oh, we just got a message from Bubs. He says no babbling with Bubs tonight. He's not going to make it. That's too bad. I was looking forward to that. He shared a rather compelling story last week about how he was on a job site and couldn't use a toilet, so he had to take a poop in the tub
Oh God.
of a brand new house. So it's
See,
classy.
it's the cleanest place to poo.
Probably.
I wonder how he got rid of it.
He said
Shower.
no,
well,
no.
the shower.
No, he told the story. He had a stick and he
Just
jammed
jammed it down, just beat it.
He pretty much did.
That's gross. I've had it.
Lynn's looking at us like, what is up?
Why?
What did I sign up for here today? Yeah, we talked some pretty crazy stuff. All right, so a couple of things before we get into a bit of a conversation with Lynn. I've had a few messages from some people asking about the previous couple of weeks' podcasts, and I will let you know that I'm going to be uploading them tomorrow at some point. Last week's podcast featured the Messes and Miracles, which actually we're going to be doing a giveaway back on the table over there. I've got some CDs as well as some T-shirts. So listen in for your cue to win either a CD or a T-shirt featuring the Messes and Miracles. We'll get to that a little bit later. But the previous week we had the week off, that's right. And then the week before that was Builder. So as of tomorrow, we'll be all caught up. And then later on this week, I'll be making an announcement in terms of our guests for the next following week. I have something lined up pretty cool that I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys with a little project that I'm involved with. So we'll see what happens there. So, Lynn, let's talk.
Jimmy.
So, like I said, we connected up during this this rock lottery. I wanted to ask you, how did you get involved with that?
With Rock Lottery?
Yeah,
Yeah, because it was its third year.
right.
It was the first time that I was asked. So I had become friends with Sophie, who's one of the organizers.
Okay.
In the past year or so, and two members of my band are in another well-known band in London called Wild Domestic, and they've played it since the beginning. So they kind of had my back and requested that I was involved, and so yeah, that's pretty much how I got involved in
Very
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was for a great cause too. And those of you that may not be aware, it's an annual thing called Rock Lottery where they ask, I believe 25 musicians from the London area to come together and form a band from a lottery. So 5 drummers, 5 guitar players, 5 bass players, 5 vocalists, and 5 wild cards. And so they draw the names out, and you assemble this band, and you have
At 8:30 in the morning.
yeah, and you have 12 hours to write 5
5
songs,
songs.
and then come back and perform them that evening at Call the Office. And so I was invited to participate in this, and I happened to be chosen to play with you, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it was a cool experience for me too, because you get to meet some people that you cross genre that normally you may not cross paths per se.
Yeah.
But it kind of tuned me into what you're doing. And one of the things that I noticed recently is that you came off of tour, right?
Yeah, we went on tour in January, this past January, for our first time, and we were lucky enough to hit the road with Wild Domestic, and since we share members and share a lot of gear and stuff, it worked out quite nicely. And yeah, we went all the way to Montreal and back, and even in that time we were able to record and yeah.
It looked like it was a pretty successful tour.
It was. It was. We kind of just really in this industry you want to kind of move very, very fast, but it's in the waiting and the planning that that shows its face in those times for sure. So we planned quite extensively for a few months and had a lot of things on the back burner, like the music video that we shot in London pretty much all of September. We waited until we hit tour to release that, even though it was done. It had been done for a while, and so we released that that was the kickoff to the tour, releasing that video, and we just had a lot of great luck and love in every city, and a lot of press and following us and getting excited about us, and it seemed that just, a lot of people appreciated how we represented London, really.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned the time that it took you to plan this tour out.
Yeah.
So was this something that you guys did yourself, like it was a DIY, or?
So I'm signed to, or I work with a label called Out of Sound Records, and
Okay.
it originated in Guelph, but it's been running out of London for the past 3 years.
Okay.
And so the founder of that label, Adam Sturgeon, is one of the guitar players in Lonnie and the Garden, and so with his help and our other team members on that label, Savannah Sewell, who's our manager, we all kind of came together and planned it together and we all had our hand in every single part of planning it and executing it, for sure. And I think that's what made it so much more fulfilling as well, because we saw from the beginning stages how much work you put into it, and how much work we did put into it definitely came to fruition throughout the whole journey.
Yeah, no question. I mean, DIY, especially if you're doing it for your first time, or
Yeah.
even your second time, I mean, you learn a lot from the first time around.
Well, even just like I did a lot of the putting the press packages together and doing all of that stuff, and I really enjoyed that kind of work. It's a lot. Like, you have to think about the language that you're going to put into it. There's just a lot of detail that we all came together to do, and so it was very, very a lot of work, but fulfilling.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, we're going to get to some music. We'll come back with some more conversation, because I have a few things that I need to ask you
Absolutely.
about some of the stuff that we talked offline about
Yeah.
with respect to your recording and some of the process there, because
For sure.
obviously being an engineer, those are the things that I'm really interested in, but also from a musician standpoint, it's nice to
Yeah.
connect with somebody that's kind of represents that old school philosophy
Yeah,
of focus
very.
on performance, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that said, we've been asking week to week for bands to submit your tracks to us, and I got to tell you, this last week was really good. We got a bunch of stuff. If you happen to be in a band, it's your first time listening, and you'd like to have your music showcased, we're going to send out the email here through our stream, but basically you go to Hotmail, londonindieug@hotmail.com, and send us a couple of MP3s. And I've said this week in and week out, please attach files. Don't just send me your Bandcamp link or your YouTube link, because with all due respect, I just don't have time to go and try to search for your songs, as great as they might be. It's just easier for me, particularly with bandwidth, because when we're broadcasting here, I'm using my bandwidth to support the podcast. So if I have to stream something off of a site, it just makes it difficult to do. So that said, just drop us a couple of tracks and let us know if you have any show announcements or anything like that coming up, so we can fire that out to our listeners, because we're here to support you. So with that said, one of the bands that had contributed some songs is called the Glimpse Trio, and this is Scratch on the London Indie Underground.
This place, the walls that I can't face.
Glimpse Trio here on the London Indie Underground. Thanks for sending in that track, boys. I'm assuming that they're listening in. I hope so. But that said, we're happy to feature it for any of you bands. We don't discriminate tracks. If you send it, we're going to play it. The only thing that we do ask, once again, is that you do send us files, not links, and make sure the recording quality is good. We've had a couple of submissions that have sounded, no disrespect, but sounded like they were recorded through like a boombox or something like that, and it makes it a little bit more difficult for us because we wanted to try to feature stuff that's a little bit more polished. But that said, we're happy to spin it for you. Just send it in to us. So we were kind of talking offline about this whole Harlem Shakes thing. So now there was one at Fanshawe, you were saying?
Yeah, they just did one. 1,100 students at Fanshawe. They did one on Friday.
Okay,
Broke a couple tables, but
so listen, can you fill our listeners in on what this thing is, just in case they don't know?
I got the idea from Brandon, but I just Wikipedia'd the Harlem Shake, and it's a internet meme that went viral on YouTube in February.
Okay.
So basically, one guy starts convulsing, quote unquote, dancing for 15 seconds, and then everybody else is unaware of him, and then all of a sudden, everyone is dancing. So the more
scared
people, I
for
guess, the better. And they're dressed in costumes like birds, and well, we had our Falcon, the Fanshawe Falcon, doing the Harlem Shake first, and then I'm doing it now, and then a bunch of students doing it. So.
And they busted some tables.
They busted a couple tables. I heard it was 11 tables, a couple $1,000s worth of damage, but so did Western. They had some damage too.
So this thing is like spreading like wildfire, and people are doing different
I wonder
takes
if
on
there's
it.
been any fatalities from this Harlem Shake.
I don't know, but the
craze.
best one that I saw was that a guy took his washing machine and put it outside, and so the music came on, and the machine was in like a spin cycle, and he opened up the door and he chucked a brick into it,
Oh my
and the thing
gosh.
just started going
When
crazy.
the beat dropped, he did that?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really...
The hilarious thing is that London's so behind this, and everyone's posting all these videos everywhere, but they don't realize that we actually had the DJ Bauer, who song it is, at the music hall two and a half weeks ago.
Really?
Wow.
There was like 300 people there, and now everybody in the world. But that's just like walk off the earth. and all that shit,
Exactly. I
but-
was
Yeah.
just going to say that. I mean, it's amazing nowadays what the power of social media and YouTube can do. I mean, bands that are relatively, obscure that may never have an opportunity to catch, any type of significant recognition.
Yeah,
and
but
all
it
takes
still
is one little thing.
doesn't prove justice. I mean, Walk Off the Earth have how many million views. I've done countless shows of those guys to less than 100 people before that even came out. They did a tour, or they just did a tour after that, and the first run sold out, and then everyone since then was doing like 50 people, and nobody's really bought their record
Really?
because they want the covers.
Right. Well, we talked about this in previous weeks too,
Yeah.
because we have a friend that works at the Wave, which
Yeah.
is where Walk Off the Earth played, and I guess it's in their contract to play that song. And there were a bunch of like 40, 50, 60-year-old people that were there specifically to see that song.
Yep.
Right, and kind of looking around in bewilderment, like, what the hell is this? That's not what I was expecting to hear. You know what I mean? Good band, but
Oh, absolutely. No,
You know.
they're fantastic.
one song, cannot make up your entire library.
Well, it's two now
especially
because they just did the other cover of Taylor Swift. That's their newest one.
They did a Taylor Swift cover.
They did Trouble.
And is it already? I haven't even heard this yet. So
It's all a cappella.
yeah.
And then they bring this beatboxer guy. It's actually really, really, really good.
Yeah?
Really well done.
Who's the beatbox guy from London? What's his name?
Which one?
The guy who does all the acapella stuff.
Oh, the guy who used to be with Matty J and Shad.
I know.
Somebody tell us.
Mike Tompkins.
Yeah.
Mike Tompkins. So
Yes.
what's he doing these days?
He's still making those videos. I mean, he was out in L.A. for a while after the Ellen show and all that stuff went down.
And so Mike
He
Tompkins.
does. I'm not sure if he still tours with Shad. I know he was on tour with Shad. And he was touring with him for years.
So those of you that don't know who Mike Tompkins is, although his YouTube videos are kind of everywhere, so what he does is he takes, modern songs and he recreates these songs using only his voice. And
But every note.
every note,
instrument.
every instrument, all the instrumentation, it's all his voice and his vocal cords. He's making all the drum sounds, beatbox, and it's pretty impressive what he can do. I mean,
Oh, he's amazing.
yeah, it's really good. Now, I don't mean to be critical when somebody has talent, but you know, if you're doing the same thing again and again and again, it, you know, might get a little tired for some people. But that said, I mean, there's no denying that the guy's got tremendous skill to be able to pull that off. And what's really cool is his YouTube videos, because he breaks it into all the different screenshots, so you can see him actually performing, you know, the hi-hat or the synth part
Yeah.
or the bass or whatever, and he's doing it like all a cappella with himself with just his voice. It's really cool. We should see if we
Very
can find a link
talented.
that we can post up. But he's a London boy. When John Gameshi was here in town from CBC Radio, and he was one of the guys that that interviewed and represented London's music community, because he's got an international
Well,
following.
like I
right?
said, that whole group of where did they go? Central or South?
Central.
Central, yeah. Like Shad and Matty J and him, and then all like the Seconds to Go guys. I mean, they were a very tight little group, and it was sweet.
Right on.
And now they're all still doing well.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what you want to hear, right? That longevity and success,
Absolutely.
not a flash in the pan type of thing.
Well, this is not a very overnight industry, and if you get famous or anything overnight, you're not going to last very long.
No, that's true. That's sad, though. I mean, it was not like.
And I don't even mean famous, like massive famous. I mean like you get remotely known, you're necessarily not gonna.
Right. I mean, it's. I personally think, and some might disagree with me, that the super groups are gone. You're not going to see super groups anymore. Well, and if you do, I hope their growth is more organic and not overnight. And it's not like it used to be. Like, the Beatles was an overnight sensation. They came, they played Ed Sullivan, boom, everybody knew who the Beatles were. Now, granted, back then there wasn't social media, there wasn't internet.
Back then, and if you had a single on the radio, it was because somebody put a lot of money into you.
Exactly.
And you were one of 9 bands at the time that did.
Right. And now there's
And
just.
attention spans were a bit longer back then.
That's true. That's true. I mean, there was less to do, right?
But the one thing that you can say is the exact same right now as is back then is singles.
Right.
It's all about singles.
Well, that's what they're looking for. Right. That's and maybe one of the pieces of information that we'll share with some of our listener group, and specifically the musicians. I mean, I know some have aspirations to put out an album with hopes to get signed, but nowadays,
Didn't I go on a rant the last time I was here about
you
labels?
kind of did, but really it's the singles that they're looking at. And I'll use an example, the Salads. So number of years back, the Salads, you may have been familiar with some of their music because of Labatt Blue beer commercial campaign, or you might have gone to a hockey arena and heard their song being played. I mean, for a time it was everywhere. And it was a single that they sold, and they made a lot of money off
But
of.
that's where every band right now is making money off licensing.
Right. So, but
That's
further,
the only way you make money in this industry.
and
unless
now
you're selling at arenas.
it's kind of come full circle, where before they might have been more interested in picking up an artist based on the strength of the album, where now they're looking for just specifically the singles and licensing. So publishing and that sort of thing is going to be your ticket, right? So, but then again, you have to set your expectations. What do you consider to be a win? What is your goal? Is your goal to be rich? Is that very
That's
likely
exactly
to
it.
happen?
It depends on what your end game is for your music career.
Right. I mean, if your goal is to play some great shows and play some great music, then everything else is secondary, right?
There is a way that you can make it viable in every aspect of the industry and be organic, and the Foo Fighters, I think are a very prime example of that. They took their time, they did everything right, and now they're, selling out arenas, having their songs licensed. They're writing great songs because it's their artistic bone. I missed
Metric
a couple
is a
words
pretty
in
good
that.
example,
Metric
too.
is another good example.
Yeah.
Although Emily Haynes is a bit of a...
There's not a lot of those artists out there, though.
No, because everyone either has, aspirations of fame and success because that's what they think is being in a band is about.
But it's almost what I was saying before, like patience, right? People just really want to move quite quickly and force something rather than taking the time to build a craft and then debuting that craft the appropriate way, which takes time
I
and
made a-
skill.
And I couldn't agree more. I made a comment yesterday that, I don't mean any disrespect with any of the things that I say, because everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I happen to have my own. And but one of the things that I've noticed, and I've seen posts online through Facebook and through Twitter of people, bands saying we have a music video that we're shooting and we're looking for a fashion consultant, or they're looking for somebody to give them input on how they should look. and they're focused, you know, and I get it. I mean,
But that's the thing, like it's not just entering this industry now. You need to literally from top to bottom have your image down to a T before you even, you know, to be able to be sellable and to have the general population understand what you're doing and not be freaked out.
General population, yes.
Yeah, and which is the people who buy things.
I mean, it's certainly a valid point.
Absolutely.
You know,
And
debatable
image is
both for and
very key.
against. You know, I think my point that I wanted to make was, you know, I clicked on, I'm like, all right, well, let's check out this band. And I mean, the music wasn't very strong. The recording was good, but the music wasn't very strong.
But their press pick was probably fucking top of the line.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, right? Because they haven't consulted with their fashion consultant. But my thought has always been, you know, break it down to brass tacks, and root cause suggests that, you know, the music has to be good. And if the music is good, there's a lot of things that people will overlook. You know, whether it's, you know, what you wear. And the reason I bring this up is because, you know, those bands that, you know, have gained some success and that kind of came out of nowhere, that you didn't see them coming per se. I don't, and disagree with me if you will, but I don't think that, you know, when they were making their music that they were thinking, oh, well, I better make sure that, you know, I'm wearing the, you know, this right flannel shirt or
Absolutely not. That was
Right.
was something that the label
right.
imposed. Now
Yes.
it's just kind of common sense that you need to clean up your act and look like a cohesive unit.
Of course. I'm not saying you show up at a show looking like a dirtbag. You know, I'm just saying the point is that I think you've got to focus on the music first before you can focus on any of that stuff. And there's certainly the merits in that, and I think it's valid. But that said, if the product's not good, you know, you might look great, and you know, I always say dress all in black to express your rage. But I'm just
classy,
joking.
too.
Again, I
I'm
mean, it
not
really depends
really
on
raging.
what your end game is.
I suppose. And that's open to
And what style of
interpretation.
music you play.
Yeah, that's open to interpretation. I mean, is that something, Lynn, when you guys, I know you showed me your packaging in terms of your CD, and one of the things that you mentioned that I thought was pretty interesting was the label that you're signed to deals primarily in vinyl as a release.
And when I say signed to, I mean, there's no like actual signing. It's just I work with this label.
Okay.
It's kind of more of it's an interesting situation. Adam Sturgeon, who founded Out of Sound, just really wanted to release good records, and he's a really talented sound engineer. So he kind of just helps bands that he believes in out, and that's technically they're on the label, but it's more just kind of a relationship where he's teaching them the ropes of how to enter into this and do it in a sustainable way.
It's a
Right.
family.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the main thing that I've learned from the work that I've been very lucky to have done with this Out of Sound family that I've been working with, for sure. It's just everything that, like, from packaging to touring to everything. Like, the artist has their hand in every single part of that, to artwork, to imaging, to music video, to so it's just kind of a very, very good solid foundation that this label helps all the artists that are on it create.
That's great because
Yeah, for sure. Which is, I feel
you don't hear that very often. You know?
No, and it's more, like, our goal is to make the money back when we release it, and then make another one. It's not anything more than that. Which is the London community has been so great for the past, I think, 4 releases. We've made our money back the first night of releasing it in London. So
That's incredible.
that's in a huge way due to London being what it is.
One of the things that I took note in my conversation with you, and you had mentioned about them doing primarily vinyl, but then you suggested that that your listeners or that, the people that would purchase your CD or your music rather would be CDs,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So you showed me the CDs that
Uh-huh.
you had, which was an interesting take on the packaging.
Yeah. So every release that we do, we silkscreen it all ourselves, and so yeah, obviously working with a CD size and canvas, it's not as much as as large as working with a 12-inch, vinyl, and so we kind of made it our own, and we made the whole front and back of the CD that we just released in September, Psychedelic Cottage, one piece of artwork with no words on it, no nothing. There's actually, the funny thing is after all said and done, we were just so proud of the artwork, and we're like, it doesn't say Psychedelic Cottage or Lonnie in the Garden anywhere. Like, not even,
Yeah.
like, nowhere on it. But in the liner notes it does, but yeah, so we just, and that's a funny thing that we realized after, but yeah, so we were very, very happy with the way it turned out, but the interesting thing with going on tour and being in new cities and showing our product and our work is when people would come up to the merch table, and I would just be so excited to talk about all the work that we put in and that we touched every album and that we silkscreened 250 copies of this ourselves, and it literally just went over their head, like they just didn't that those details seem to not matter to as much, obviously, that to me and to the musicians and artists that I'm working with. So it's just kind of like either they just want the music and they don't want to hear any backstory about like where it's made, which is an interesting thing. It's just kind of, I'm sure, and that's happening everywhere, right? DIY is all over the place, especially in the indie scene, and so it's just a bit of oversaturation, I think, on like being my own cheerleader about how much work we put into my artwork. They're just like, okay, yeah, everybody's doing it, let's go.
Well, the vehicle that you use to present your music or to make it available to can have an impact, I think, on the listener. I know, I don't represent everybody, obviously, but I always enjoyed, when I buy a CD and opening up the liner notes and
Yeah.
taking a look and seeing the time that was put into it, right? Because you could tell when artists were, deeply involved. And at the same time, you could kind of get a sense where, maybe there was budget restrictions and
Yeah.
or maybe it was mailed in, right? But nowadays, a lot of that is lost because of iTunes. Now you just go and you click and you might get the album cover.
Yeah.
But you don't get that same experience that you get in having a piece of art in your hand, right?
Yeah, and I think for me, I work very closely with the visual artists, and I work very closely in every step of the way. So I'm not just representing Lonnie in the Garden. I'm representing, the visual artists that I work with. I'm representing my friends who helped put everything together and stuff them, and it's much broader than just the songs that are on the CD for me, which again is a bit taxing when you want to celebrate that, but the people coming to buy it or don't seem as intrigued with that long story about how it was made.
But I mean, that's what I want to hear.
And then
those are the
then
things
there's
I
that
enjoy.
one person or two people at the show who recognize how
Right, the effort that was put into
yeah
it, right?
yeah for sure
Otherwise, people are like, "You on iTunes?"
yeah exactly, or
have any
just
thoughts?
don't even buy anything. The thing is that like in Montreal we found this for sure that we had a decent crowd and we were playing with a good local act, but with 300 people in the door, we sold 2 albums, and we had just
God
so
bless
many
Montreal.
we had just so many conversations afterwards with the promoter, with everything, talking about what's going on in this huge city, and it simply comes down to that there is clearly an oversaturation with just Thursday to Sunday there's an awesome new band playing you can walk down, you can throw a stone, and there would be an amazing show happening. You know, so it's people don't get as unbelievably excited and aren't in awe anymore. Kind of is what I experienced, at least. I still am. I'm still in the honeymoon phase. Forever, probably. But,
hate Montreal.
you know, we had a really good time. And
Oh no, I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love going there, and I
Yeah.
would go there on every tour. But in the 10 years that I've been there, I've been to five good shows,
yeah.
and the rest of them are pretty half-assed, where people just don't give a shit.
Yeah, we
They're
played.
there to see the headliner.
Yeah, and that's
They
it.
drink. They talk to you. They look at your merch, and then they buy nothing.
And everybody's poor.
Yeah.
So poor. And, like, the thing is that at that show, the cover was so much, and I was like, there's no way. You know, people aren't going to pay that much for cover and then buy a CD. That's insane. I'm with you, you know, like, I understand, but when you're on the other side of it trying to sell, it's a bit hard.
Well, I mean, and that poses the question, you know, do you give away your music so that you can, you know, hopefully catch people's attention for the next time that you come around
Yeah.
with something that they're going to pick it up? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. There's no
Mhm.
question. It's a tough time, not only just for musicians, but to your point. I mean, yeah, like people don't have the same
Yeah, it's a
disposable income
tightrope.
that they used to.
Yeah, tightrope walk for sure.
Yeah. You, I saw you pull the microphone closer there when we were talking about packaging and stuff like that. And
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I haven't seen your record, and I'm not going to say it. I'm stoked that you made it by hand. A lot of people at anything that I've encountered, sometimes they find when bands have self-packaged records, they think that the band is just too cheap to have it done professionally, so then they immediately think that the band sucks.
Right.
And that is the worst fucking way to look at things. But it is unfortunately how a lot of people perceive that.
Yeah.
Because when Del Asher, we self-packaged all of our records. And they would never sell.
Uh-huh.
Never sell any of them. You had radio eat the shit out of it. Like I said, they were number 4 or whatever that one year on the
Yep.
countdown. People just are, I don't know, they feel it and they're like, you made this, eh? Well, I'm just going to download it. I don't want your packaging. And that
I just
sucks.
wanna
It's a
steal
really
your
bad,
music.
because it's a really
Yeah.
bad thing to have. I would
Uh-huh.
rather have a hand cardboard screened press, whatever, something with a touch, but I like that shit.
yeah, me too. I mean, that's not everybody's thing because nowadays
No.
everybody slams their music into iTunes and puts it onto an iPod and to never see your jewel case again. You know?
Beat match it to dubstep.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, we're gonna get to another song here, and then
Don't get me wrong, I didn't mean it was crap.
No, I want to show you it.
Yes, I wanted to.
yeah. Just want to shut you up.
I don't think you had it. No, because I had them on a show. I did one of the only shows I ever did at the APK. I brought this band down from Australia called the Jezebels. And you guys opened that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great.
Yes. That was a
Excellent.
fantastic show.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to some music here, and then Lynn, I think we should get you set up to
Yeah, for
to
sure.
do a performance for us. I'm really looking forward to this. So we're gonna spin a track here from a great supporter, listener, and contributing artist to the London Indie Underground. This is Jamie Kuntz with Muskoka Chair on the London Indie Underground. Okay.
I came to pick you up from your little city home. You were standing there beside your Muskoka chair, lips round a cigarette, looking real classy. I wish that my lips could be that cigarette, but I know one day you'll just forget me. But I know one day you'll just forget about me. And I went to pick you up at your little city home, and you weren't standing there beside your Muskoka chair. Maybe you just forgot. I feel like an assy. Next time I'll call ahead and avoid this travesty. Now I know
Jamie Kuntz with Muskoka Chair here on the London Indie Underground. So we're very pleased today to present to you Miss Lynn Craven from Lonnie in the Garden.
I don't know what to say to you anymore. I don't know what to say to you anymore. I don't know how you get off when I touch you still. I don't know how you get off when I touch you still, because I know you know that I was untrue to you, because I know you know that my eyes still aren't just glued on you. Blue bathroom stove, yellow tile. I sit in you so that others don't have a clue that in fact I'm blue like you. That in fact I'm blue like you, not yellow like the tile wall. Oh, I'm blue like the bathroom stall. Oh, I walk out of you. I walk out of you. Wash my hands and dry them too. Wash my hands and dry them too. Oh, go on with my day. Go on with my day. You're still not, still not, still not, baby. You're still not, oh, still not, still not, baby. Ah! Blue bathroom stall, yellow tile. I sit in you so that others don't have a clue that in fact I'm blue like you. That in fact I'm blue like you, not yellow like a tile wall. Oh, I'm blue like the bathroom stall.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm Lynn from Lonnie in the Garden, and I'm really happy to be playing, and I want to thank Jimmy and London Indie Underground for having me. And yeah, this next song's called Tornado. Let's see how this one goes.
Tornado in the city, trash crashing ain't so pretty. Tornado in the city, trash crashing ain't so pretty, but you, but you reignite me. You take flight with me. You reignite me. You take flight with me. When all around, 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 around me. When all around, 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 around me. Are tornadoes, not rainbows, oh, in my city. Are tornadoes, not rainbows, oh, in my city. But you, oh, but you, but you, but you. Thank you so much. You can find our latest album and all of our other releases on our Bandcamp. If you just Google Lonnie in the Garden. The lucky thing is that, yeah, there's no other band called Lonnie in the Garden, so we stick out on those Google searches. We have a music video too that we just released, so you can check that out. It was filmed in London. And yeah, this is my last song, and it's called From the Beginning. From the beginning, you said, I have you. And from that moment, when you said, I have you, right where I want you, oh, right where I want you, right where I want you, right where I want you, oh, right where I want you, right where I want you. My back aches so sore from never feeling safe on shore. But I wanted to grow a garden with you. But I wanted to grow a garden with you. But I had to put the garden to bed when I realized with you I'm dead. From the beginning, I said I love you. And from that moment when I said I love you, you had me right where you want me, oh, right where you want me, right where you want me. Right where you want me, oh, right where you want me, right where you want me. But I wanted to grow a garden with you. But I wanted to grow a garden with you. But I had to put the garden to bed when I realized with you I'm dead. But I wanted to grow a garden with you. Oh, but I wanted to grow a garden with you. But I had to put the garden to bed when I realized with you I'm dead. Thank you so much.
I wanna lay you down just to serve my appetite. I wanna lay you down. The sound we'll make tonight. Well, tonight. I wanna turn you round, watch you go from left to right. I wanna turn you round. We could go at this all night. Tonight. Get up, get up, get up. I wanna lay you down. Don't know what I wanna do. All I know is I want it now. Get up, get up, get up. Lay down.
Diadex with Get Up here on the London Indie Underground. And before that, Lynn Craven with Lonnie in the Garden. That was fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks.
It was so nice of you to come in today. And we were kind of talking offline, but those songs are older. You haven't really
Old school Lonnie.
you haven't performed those in some time.
Yeah, those were, probably the first band that I was working with, which my people who were backing me up were members of the Allens, which is another great London band. And how I got them to work with me, and I used to play those songs with them, but haven't for a very long time. But I used to write all my songs a cappella because I wasn't a very strong guitar player. I still am not the strongest guitar player, but so I really wanted musicians to work with me, so I recorded 11 a cappella tracks and handed them to all the musicians that I knew. And Brent Hebert, the drummer in the Allens, I harassed him the most. And he listened to the tracks and he was just like, okay, let's do this. So that was the original Lonnie lineup, and those songs I played with them.
Very cool. So you've got obviously your new CD is out right now, and,
Yeah.
and you mentioned, where can people get it again?
You can get it at Hot Dog Grooves and online, of course.
It's on iTunes.
It's not on iTunes, actually. It's
No.
just on Bandcamp. It's
Okay.
on Lonnie in the Gardens Bandcamp and Out of Sound Records Bandcamp as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't made the move to iTunes. I don't really know why. The release of this album has kind of been our first big release of an album we've done. So we're still kind of just figuring everything out. And we actually recorded the bed tracks to our next album that we're releasing, which the date is to be announced. And that one is going to be our first full length, which we're really excited about.
Okay. Was that the one that you were telling me about that was recorded
Yeah.
to 8-track?
Yes.
Live off the floor?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, we were. It's a interesting learning experience with your bandmates and as a musician doing live off the floor, and especially with 8-track, because it's just such an amazing raw sound, and you want that raw sound to be as delivered as good as possible. So
Right.
I thought I came away thinking I was the worst guitar player in the world, and it's just frustrating because I write the songs, so I'm just like, why do it's really taxing on me as an artist. But we came away from that very, very happy. And the thing is that we've kind of gotten into a pretty solid groove and in a way with the musicians I've been working with for the past year and a bit. And I used to have a female singer that I sang with, and pretty much every Lonnie song exclusively had harmonies from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
And her name was Natasha Roberts, and she was amazing. And she moved to Australia, and so I've kind of had to figure out how to perform and kind of be confident in my own voice without that harmony, because I'm from a choir background, so I'm very, very used to hearing at least two voices. And so in our sets now, I have a loop pedal. So that's a new introduction that we've kind of been working with, and I've been really happy with that new challenge for myself. And so we've just kind of introduced it to the set, so we just have one song that we use it. And so there's, just a lot more to come with Lonnie in the Garden. But
Well,
so
that's
we're just
amazing.
kind of giving teasers away in our
Well,
live shows right now.
I hope you'll keep us up to date with
Yeah,
what's
for sure.
happening and any new tracks that you'd like to send to us. So obviously, we're happy to support them for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think right now we're releasing a split. These splits are super popular right now in the scene that in the indie scene, at least what I've been noticing, which is great because it's a lot. It's exciting for musicians to get introduced to other bands, but then not only just get introduced to them, but be on a split album with them. So I'm not sure exactly if I can announce who yet, but we're releasing a split tape in the fall.
Is it an actual cassette tape?
It's an actual cassette tape.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I'd have to dust off my player. I think
Yeah.
I got one kicking around
They're getting
somewhere.
real. It's getting real popular again.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw a guy with one the other day actually.
Yeah.
Like
It
a
was really-
Walkman.
Yeah, a Walkman.
Was
It's
it like the
really
old
weird.
school yellow Sony Walkman?
That's
Uh,
not old school.
It was
It's
like
not-
something.
It's new old school.
Oh, okay. Why are they reselling them? Like, are
No.
they selling them
You're
again?
talking about like the Shockwave. That was like the last dying breed of the Walkman.
No, the original Walkman.
Yeah,
which
the black
was a s-
ones with the little wire.
No, dude, it was a yellow.
Yeah, no.
With
Pull
like
it
the
up.
pop.
Pull it up. Prove me wrong,
was
kids.
like,
Prove me wrong.
Google.
The original Sony Walkman was yellow.
Yeah, the Sony one.
Sony, yeah.
That's
I'm
what I'm
talking
saying.
like before that.
It was an 8-track.
No.
The original Walkman.
Was black.
No.
He might have something there. Because Sony came out with that new
No, I'm
sleek
sorry.
and it like
Walkman was
The
Sony-
Walkman brand.
Yeah. And the original Sony,
No. There's that.
is that the Walkman?
Yeah. Is that the one you're thinking of?
That's the one I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
the
that's
one,
like
yeah.
that's like 92
Oh, really?
or after.
Oh, well.
I have ones that my parents had.
I'm proved wrong.
I was
You
thinking,
win.
I was
The
thinking
internet
that.
won again.
I was thinking that.
The internet wins again.
No, I win again.
So are they? There's no. I mean, I appreciate the kitsch value. I mean, to having like a cassette, and it makes it a little bit more difficult though to get your music into people's ears because they may not have a cassette player, right?
Well, the thing is that usually with those releases, you released digital
Download
download codes.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like it's a person who, and it's just again a cool way for packaging and for
Yeah.
all of those things, and it's not that expensive, and
Yeah, no, that's true.
and the sound quality is cool, and yeah, it's just kind of it's obviously a bit of a fad right now in the
Oh, I dig it.
yeah.
I dig it. I'm down. I think I do have a cassette deck around somewhere. I still have some old cassettes, man. Like Guns N' Roses, the original. I still have my Guns N' Roses cassette from when I got it way back. The tape's warped, and you remember when your tape used to get all tight, and you put
Oh,
the
yeah.
pencil through it and whip it around.
Yeah, my fingers are small enough that I could.
Tons of cassettes. I have every Solid Gold compilation.
Really?
Oh yeah. Remember that?
I do.
Rockin' Robin and stuff like
Absolutely. Those were fantastic.
that. Beach Boys. Beastie
Do you remember
Boys?
Stars on 45?
What was the very first cassette tape you ever purchased with your own money?
With my own money, Guns N' Roses.
I unfortunately was
Appetite
Bare
for
Naked
Destruction.
Ladies.
Really?
Yeah.
It was that Aerosmith Permanent Vacation.
Support Canadian music.
What else did I get? Yeah, no, my first one was Guns N' Roses. I remember I didn't want my mom to hear it because it had cursing and stuff. I didn't want her to know. And then I bought Tone Loc,
That's
and then she
way
hated it
better.
because she was like, "That's rap crap. I don't listen to that rap crap."
My
I like
first
Tone Loc.
cassette was the Lion King soundtrack. And
Really?
I was
How
I was obsessed. I still am obsessed with musical theater and any sort of theatrical sound. So I just remember sitting in my room and memorizing every single like intonation that they put on every single word and every single note.
So you could probably, if we sent you out there, you could probably.
That soundtrack's free.
Yeah.
I remember getting into a debate, and you might have been there when I was super drunk, and I mixed up that and the Hercules, and for some reason I thought that it was Phil Collins who did Lion King.
No,
But it
Phil
wasn't.
Collins. Phil Collins did Tarzan.
Tarzan.
And
Thank
it was
you.
amazing.
Yes.
Phil Collins
I don't
and
know why,
N-
but I was like,
Phil
it's
Collins
no,
and
it's Phil
NSYNC.
Collins. Phil Collins did Lion King, and I was so wrong. So wrong.
So I'm thinking about introducing a new bit here for when you're on the podcast. Because everybody knows that your rants are infamous on Twitter. You go off at various time on various people for various things. So I'm thinking about giving you the Angry Edie 2-minute rant
I'm in.
and kind of letting you go off on something. I haven't
I'm not actually angry. I'm real.
Well,
People think I'm an asshole because I just tell them what I think.
granted, but
And
you
I
know,
don't mean it offensively, but if you write me one of those emails that I post all of the time, then I'm gonna post your email.
So how many emails have you posted now that you've received? So those of you that don't know, Brandon Eady is one of the prominent concert promoters here in London, and his booked arguably some of the biggest shows that we've had here. Particularly in the mid-sized venues, but even in some of the bigger stuff too. You've certainly had your hand in that. So that said, you've certainly received your fair share of emails from bands requesting, shows.
I need a Saturday night, but we don't want to have a cover, and we want a guarantee of $1,000. But we've never been there before, so you're gonna need to get some good drawing local bands on. Send me an email like that, and you're gonna get it posted.
So, listen, did this band in question, did they know it was them? Like, did they
No.
know you posted it?
No, because that whole email was for. I run the Bovine in Toronto as well, and that was actually an email that was sent
Oh, to the Bovine.
for the Bovine.
Okay. So they wouldn't know.
For me for the Bovine. No, they probably don't have me on Facebook.
Cool. Has there ever been a time when, you've received said email and posted it up and had somebody call
Yes.
you out on it? Okay.
Yes.
Not without mentioning
I'm
any
actually
names.
currently in an email battle with Drew Skit right now.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Name names. Why not?
I wasn't going to ask you to name names, but
my
if you
God.
wanted to name names, you can name names.
really?
He's telling me that I'm an asshole.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. He changed the name of his company from London Calling to Canada Calling.
Right, I saw that.
But then the YouTube video said, London's cool and all, but you can't really make a lucrative London arts and media website. And I was like, really, dude? Fuck off. And I didn't mean it like, hey, F off, you.
Yeah,
I meant it like, really, come on, man.
like whatever.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. He took it to heart. Yep. Happens.
Angry emails
Angry email.
with Angry Edie.
Angry Edie's a good
That
bit
guy
I
has
went
a
Oh, yeah, he's got a...
mind of his own.
I'm going to hold back. I'm trying to do this new thing where I'm nice.
Oh my God, my sister.
Well, you don't need to be nice for the sake of my show. Just saying.
Oh, I don't fucking care about him.
Hey, I don't. I think I met him a couple of times. I really don't know him, so I don't know what my take is on that whole thing because I certainly saw that. But
He has a beautiful dog.
does he?
Yeah.
What kind of dog is it?
Do you know?
Nope.
It's
Not
a Newfoundland, one of those big ones. Isn't that a big dog?
Newfie,
A
yeah.
Newfie?
Big
Yeah.
old Newfie. Like a big old hairy.
I was like,
I know a big old
my-
Newfie. His name is Bubs. He's usually sitting on the couch,
Hi-oh!
but he's not here. We sent out a tweet there earlier. I think he responded saying, "Sorry, I couldn't be here." Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
People want to hear the stories, man. The guy's got a million crazy stories. If it's not him, it's going to be Edie. So yeah, dude, I encourage you to come back and share your stories
It's not like
anytime.
I'm here enough. I'm not here enough.
You should be.
What's your last name? What's your origin of your last name?
I am Welsh and Irish.
Interesting.
I am not sure which it is. I'm pretty sure it's Welsh. I have a first name too.
It's Brandon.
Nobody knows that about me.
Brandon
I'm
Edie.
like Cher.
Everybody
Only
I
less
know.
manly.
I don't know anybody that calls you Brandon.
Kelly and my mother. Actually, I think your girlfriend is too.
I don't think so.
No?
No, she calls you Edie.
Does she?
Yeah.
Katie calls me Brandon. No,
No, she calls you
she
Edie.
calls me Edie.
Yeah. So your mother and your girlfriend. But does your girlfriend say it when like she's upset?
No.
No.
She's not like, Brandon Edie. She's like, fuck you. Do the dishes now.
Is she listening tonight? No. Okay, well, listen, we're going to get to some music. And actually, the band that I'm going to play here, you mentioned earlier that we were going to do a bit of a giveaway. So, last week's guest was the Messes, or I keep calling them the Messes, but just Messes and Miracles. And they played a couple of songs for us. We did a bit of an interview, and they left some swag here for us. We got, sitting on the table just in front of me, we've got some T-shirts as well as some CDs. So, the first 5 people that tweet us the name of this track, and if you remember from last week, if not, I'll tell you what it is. But the first 5 people that tweet us about Messes and Miracles, and this track is called This House Ablaze, are going to get a T-shirt and a CD package
Did you
together.
just give the answer away?
I did. I was going to ask them, but they wouldn't know because maybe they didn't listen last week. So I was like, okay, I'll just give it to them. And now
Everyone wins.
now it's just, hey, you just need to tweet us or you just need to message us and you're going to get it. So the first 5 people, there we go.
There's one.
Diadex already. So I don't know if they can win. Yeah, he can
Yes,
win.
they can.
He can win. All right, so this is This House Ablaze, Messes and Miracles on the London Indie Underground.
haven't checked Facebook.
Messes and Miracles with the House of Blaze on the London Indie Underground. Yeah, we've been getting some messages here.
Oh yeah, Matt.
Yeah, Mr. Tasty. Damn it, I forgot the name, but I dig this giveaway. You can't win. No, actually, we'll let them win. So, listen, we got a couple of things that we need to talk about and some important stuff. You may have seen on our Facebook page that we're doing a little contest here for bands to give them an opportunity to perform live here on the London Indie Underground. If you've seen the last couple of weeks, you'll know that we've been featuring some great artists, but we'd like to give an opportunity for bands to earn a chance to come on and perform on the show. And so what we're doing and what we've introduced is something we were calling Battle of the Underground. And it's really simple to do. If your band is interested in performing, all you need to do is go to our page and click under Events. Oh, we're getting some tweets here. So if you click under Events, and you're going to see Battle for the Underground. And if you click on that, it gives you the details. But essentially what we're looking for bands to do is to come to this event page and to post a link for your band's MySpace page, your website, your SoundCloud, whatever medium that it is that you use to connect with your fans. Post a link to it here. And then what you need to do is encourage your fans and your friends to come to the page and to vote for you. And the way that they vote is just by simply clicking on like on the links that are associated with your band on the page. And what we're going to do is the top 3 bands with the most likes are going to come on and perform on the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th and do a bit of an interview here on London Indie Underground. So we encourage you to go and visit our page and set this up. It's pretty easy to do. Like I said, we want to give you an opportunity to come on. We'll showcase your music. And then further, after the fact, your podcast is going to be uploaded on our YouTube page, so people will be able to go and check it out. You could use it as a bit of a promo piece. And so far, we've got, I just pulled up the page here, and we've got a couple of bands that are in the lead right now. So Drop Hanger is up there. Who else we got? We got Partners in Health. Mr. Tasty, I think they're leading the pack right now. They got the most votes. And they're avid listeners of ours. What's that?
How many do they have?
Right now they've got 18 votes. So they're doing pretty well. So listen, we kind of announced this quietly. It was offline. Today is the first day, actually, that we're dropping the news about it. But it's pretty easy to do. All you need to do is go and clickety-click, get some people to go and clickety-click, and then you could be performing here with us with a bit of an interview. So please spread the word. Help us share this. We want to support you. Is there anything you want to add, Alex? Because I know you had a hand in putting this thing together.
I don't know. Get your mamas to vote. Because they'll tell their friends. I always tell my mom.
Would your mom vote?
Yes, she would.
Is she on Facebook?
She is.
She is.
She is.
Are all your parents on Facebook?
My mom calls the internet the email, so that's I don't think she
I
would
just
really be
taught my mom how
classified.
to use a VCR.
No.
Not like a DVD player, but like a VCR.
Wow.
No.
Is it still flashing?
Yes.
12 o'clock?
record.
Yeah.
She's recording everything too.
Yeah.
Silly mom.
That's funny. Not funny, but funny. Does she have a computer?
Well, they have computers in there because my dad has one.
Okay. And your dad's on the email?
My dad's on the email and the Facebook.
Yeah?
He doesn't follow me on Facebook. He just goes to my Facebook when he wants to see something,
Okay.
which is smart of him.
He probably doesn't want to get your now playing lists.
And yeah, when I'm drunk and working at the Owl at
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the night,
That's right, man.
every 2 minutes. Gotta
Well,
keep people
you know
informed,
why,
man.
though? I get that list in the morning. I'm like, he was turning it out.
I was fucking grooving.
He was getting jiggy with it. What have you been spinning lately? Are there any gems that people freaking out over?
Gangnam Style.
Really?
Just kidding.
Harlem Shake.
Is that finally done? Are we done?
I
with
think Harlem Shake has overtaken that.
Yeah.
Really? Do you play
It's
that?
erased
No.
it.
No.
I'm really big into the new Tegan and Sarah record right now.
Yeah, so good.
That's really good,
They're
yeah.
good.
But what are like the old classics that just like really get people going?
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, I mean Aretha Franklin, some MJ, Stevie Wonder, Superstition.
Gowan?
I play. Yeah, if you come anytime, you know that I have a block where I play Gowan, Tom Petty, The Boss,
Hall & Oates?
Hall & Oates, Huey Lewis.
Do you play Styx too?
No, fuck Sticks. No.
Speaking of sticks, they're
the
coming to
antique
London.
rock show that's happening at.
Are they?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
So Rock the Park, which, how did you aptly? What did you aptly call it? It was
Rock the retirement home.
Rock the Retirement Home. So
Or-
FM96 sponsors the event Rock the Park,
Yeah.
right? And so this year's
Sucks
lineup.
it's for a good cause. So
Yeah,
we
it's a
shouldn't talk.
great cause,
but-
and you know what, as much as we may not, appreciate some of the bands that are on there, it's probably going to do quite well. But White
Yeah.
Snake was recently added. Styx.
Journey without
Journey.
Stephen Perry, so it's
I
basically a
know.
Journey cover band. I
Pretty
still
much.
would go. I went and saw them at the John the Baptist Center like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So you can't really talk smack about it.
I can't.
I mean,
Who
well,
played
that's
last
it.
year?
Last year was really
last
good.
year was like
actually.
the best year they've had.
Yeah,
in a while.
Slash, Bush,
Actually, no, the year before that was better. With
Stone Temple Pilots.
Stone Temple Pilots, Our Lady of Peace, Sloan. Excuse me.
But yeah, now there seem that classic
Well,
rock.
this is just.
I'm just
I
waiting
mean,
for them
normally
to-
they balance it out, so they'll have like a country day, a new rock day, and then a classic rock day. This year, it's all just classic rock. Even though Tragically Hip is still, out there. It's classic rock, and it's whatever.
That'll be the night that people will really want to.
That night it'll sell out.
Yeah, like if I was gonna go to one night,
In
it
a
would
day.
be that. It would be that.
Absolutely.
For sure. But that said, I mean, hopefully next year they.
They will.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for April Wine to be added to this show. Have they
Platinum
already?
Blonde's playing the show.
Platinum
Come on.
Blonde.
They just played the music hall to 22 people in the main room.
Really? 22 people.
22 paid. Probably like 60 with their guest list. Wasn't
I
much.
don't know why I'm laughing because
there was. It's funny.
When it's but you never
Name
want
a
to see that.
name a song by Platinum Blonde.
You know what? I can think of like
One,
yeah,
and I don't even remember the name of it right now.
me neither. Yeah.
But it's played on Bob. Ryan Valdron probably knows.
Yeah, he
Ryan,
probably
text
does. Ryan, he's probably listening. He
Ryan,
does
text me
listen.
what it is.
Somebody. Platinum Blonde. What's their one song? Or if they got more than one song and I just can't think of it, what are the other songs? We need to know. This is pressing.
We need to.
Yeah. Okay. So we should probably get to some more music, I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
So
Well, we have 4 out of 5 people.
we have 4 out of 5.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
one more person to tweet the messes.
One more person. If you tweet the message, you're going to win some Messes stuff. It's pretty easy to do. We got some T-shirt and some CDs, and really cool guys too. If you're listening just this week and you didn't get a chance to check them out on last week's podcast, once again, it's going to be uploaded tomorrow. Our YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/LondonIndieUG. We have all of our back catalog on there. If I'm not mistaken, there's got to be 19 weeks, 20 weeks, and we're
Standing
also,
in the dark.
yeah, standing in the dark. That's it. Did he message you?
No, I just googled it.
Ah.
Standing in the dark. Yeah. Anyway.
And actually, by popular request too, I've had people ask me to post up the album premiere of Stalefish's new record that we did with Sarah Burke here in the studio, which I hadn't yet. We aired it live in support of the CD. But that said, I've had people asking me, when are you going to post it up? When are you going to post it up? We'd really like to check it out because it was a lot of fun. And it was a very intimate behind the scenes of the making of that record that was done here at the Vault Recording Studio. So I'm going to post that up for you. And their album obviously is available online right now. It was dropped on iTunes. And so far, so good. Some good reviews coming in about it. So it's good for those guys.
Had a packed release in Toronto,
Yeah, they did, eh? Despite the snowstorm.
despite the snowstorm.
Were you there?
No, I was with you.
Right. I wasn't even drinking
Keeping
that night,
each
so I
other
didn't-
warm in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just kind of sounds
No, I was with you.
very romantic.
We were cuddling.
It was cute.
All right. Let me see what I got here.
Oddly enough, I was Big Spoon.
So you know what I'm going to do?
Not even working out.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't work.
Call me Ron.
I want to pull up, just for kicks, I think I'm going to play
really,
the
eh?
It's a Family Guy.
Oh.
Noag.
Nawag.
Noag?
Yeah.
Noag.
Nawag.
I think
James
I
from
have-
Searching for Satellites.
Yeah, I think I have.
You should. I gave it to you.
You did, yeah. So this is actually a cover of a Gowan song. Let me see if I can find it here. Bear with me.
Siegfried Meyer. He did this.
I don't Boo Earns. I don't think I have it, dude.
Sing it for us.
Nope. And see, I built it all up and everything.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't have it. I don't know where it went. I'm sorry. I spelled it for you. All right, well, you know what? I'm just going to play something else here. I'm going to play a little band called the Cobra Hawks. This is the Yes Men, the Cobra Hawks on the London Indie Underground.
I am the asshole of your dreams. I'm gonna steal your mind. I'm gonna steal your heart. I am the nightmare of your life. You can run and hide, but I won't get you hurt. 'Cause I ain't no yes man. Hey, 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 hey. You're mad 'cause I just figured it out. Hey, hey, hey. I ain't your best friend. Hey, 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 hey. You're mad 'cause I just figured it out. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. I make the rocks feel oh so right. I'm gonna steal your soul. I'm gonna take control. I am the one you can't let go. I'm gonna take what's mine, and I'm gonna leave you hurt me. 'Cause I ain't no yes man. Hey, 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 hey. You're mad 'cause I just figured it out. Hey, hey, hey. Well, I ain't your best friend. Hey, 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 hey. You're mad 'cause I just figured it out. And I ain't gonna do the things you want me to. 'Cause what you want, you're out your line. When you're gone, you'll see your broken hearts with me. 'Cause what is yours will undermine. Who are you, girl? Who are you, girl? You think I am that type of man? 'Cause I ain't no yes man. Hey, 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 hey. You're mad 'cause I just figured it out. Hey, hey, hey. Well, I ain't your best friend. Hey, 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 hey. You're mad 'cause I just figured it out.
Cobra Hawks with Yes Men here in the London Indie Underground. I really dig those guys. They sent us the full EP, which I know they've made available on iTunes. So go and check them out if you happen to dig the sound. We've been spinning them quite a bit in our first couple of weeks that we're on, but it's nice to get back to them too. So once again, if you happen to be in a band, you'd like us to spin your tracks, send them to us, drop us an email. We posted it up on our page for us, or for you rather. It's londonindieug@hotmail.com. As a matter of fact, while we've been sitting here, I've got a couple of emails, some bands sending us some tracks here. So I do apologize, we're not able to get to those here today, but I will make sure that I load them in for next week. And I want to make sure that I get to a couple of bands here that has sent in tracks.
Tandem Eagle.
Huh?
Tandem Eagle.
Yeah, that is one of them actually. Yeah, so the infamous Matt Grady and
Kyle Ashbourne, who
Yeah.
just texted me. Actually, her manager, Savannah, me, Kyle, just judged some Battle of the Bands at Fanshawe on last Friday. I don't know. We had fun.
so Kyle is the assistant engineer at Emacs Studios,
Correct.
and Matt Grady is I guess the head engineer now.
He is the maker's mark.
Is he? Well, I got to get those guys on here. Hey, listen, if Kyle, you're probably listening right now. If you and Grady would like to come on the show, drop us a line, send me a message.
He's listening. He just tweeted.
Yeah, or drop Edie a text right now, and we can hook it up. I'd love to have you guys on. I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun. And what did you say that? What kind of bottle do I need to put in Grady's hands?
Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark.
Yes. Just don't let him do 12 shots an hour, else he'll get kicked out of the bovine.
He'd probably do that for our amusement here too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Right on.
considering he said he didn't want a shot of Jager's, but he would rather do 5 shots of whiskey, and then he proved it.
Ouch.
And then he barfed on
He-
the door, going outside of the owl. Wonderful. Play the Tandem Eagle.
What? Did he come back or was that?
Yeah,
was
he
it?
came
was
back
out?
and asked for a towel.
Yeah. Oh, so he cleaned it up.
He cleaned it up respectably.
Oh, well, there you go.
Just, you know,
And then did he party after that,
oh,
or
yeah.
was he not?
It's Matt Grady.
That's a trooper, man. That's respect. All right. All right, let's check it out. So, debuting here, we haven't spun it yet. So this is Tandem Eagle with Crippled King on the London Indie Underground.
He's drifting in and out of consciousness again. Dry bones pry open both of his eyelids. He's hollowed out and he's shrouded in the darkness. He stays awake until the break of the silence. And no more does his curse cause him pain. He refuses to see that which won't change. He buckles up and shuts up and keeps rolling. The crippled king always dying, never growing. Once in his life he might like an honest answer to a question that he never really posed, and tell him something that leaves his ears ringing. Strip off the skin to the bone, guts exposed. And only sometimes does the curse cause him pain. He catches a glimpse of something now and again. He knuckles up and throws up and starts showing. The crippled king always dying, never growing. Every day his curse causes him pain. He's face to face and he's given it a name. He's fucked up with tough luck, his heart's flowing. The crippled king, crippled king, crippled king.
Tandem Eagle, or should I
Tandem
say,
fucking Eagle.
Tandem fucking Eagle? Makes me think of Kenny fucking Powers.
K-Swiss Tubes.
Yes, that was a great song. You got some more, gentlemen? Send them to me. I'd love to feature that. I'd love to get my hands on that. It sounds pretty badass. Robin Crosby, why don't you sit down on the couch?
All right.
Join us. We're in the midst of a broadcast
I
here.
dr- I dressed
How
up
dare
for
you
you guys.
interrupt?
I know, right?
Oh, you just came from soccer?
I did.
How was it?
Winner.
Did you win? You
Nope.
did. What was the
Yes.
spread?
2-1.
Soccer games are always like 1-0.
Did you see I
2-1.
considered lying to you?
Yeah. See, if a game is like
7.
4-2, that's like a blowout.
Center holds,
Yeah.
holds, holds, holds.
And nothing. And back the other way. That's why I like hockey. At least it's exciting, you know?
Yep.
It's captivating. You never know what's going to happen. In soccer, you know what's going to happen. It's going to go to penalty kicks. More often.
Someone's
than
gonna riot,
not. Yeah.
and then one of the teams is getting drunk.
Yeah.
Probably both because it's soccer.
And I have so many friends that are soccer fans too, and the World Cup rolls around and they just lose their goddamn mind.
Man, you.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, that's not World Cup. That's.
No, that's
Stick to hockey. 'cause
Yeah.
You're talking about
Hey, I
That's all-
played soccer for
that's all we
15
know.
years. I just don't watch it because it's boring.
so. The first time I tune in to a Leafs game, because I haven't been watching them because I've been like, you know what, fuck them, I'm done. Well, that and because I've been busy, but I haven't really been wanting to watch the games because I've been disenchanted with their performance.
Well,
and then
they've
what
been
do I
winning.
do? I turn away and they do well, and then I tune in for one game and they lose.
Yeah,
Whomp whomp.
it's your
So that's
team.
what you have to do from now on. is
I know.
Not watch them. That's your.
Really? Like seriously? You should just not watch them, and then hopefully we'll get in the playoffs.
Just
There
be
you
a
go.
Bruins fan for fuck's sakes.
No, I can't do it, dude. Are you coming in too? Man, we got a full house today. Ajay's working away. We're doing some construction here. Actually, I should probably break the news about what we're doing around here because we haven't really been talking about it. But then again, our grand opening is going to be next weekend. So listen, we'll talk about it right now. I'm going to pull the tile up just so people know. Well, my friends would know, and those that have followed me on, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or whatnot, would probably know, but the others may not. So listen, we're going to be opening up and making a new service available here to the London community. It's called the Underground Sound Rehearsal Studios. And, we did a bit of a market research study and determined that, there really is not enough facilities available for bands that are looking for hourly rental rates to, to rehearse their product. And so we decided, me and Ajay over here, which he's not mic'd up at the moment, but my business partner, we've decided we're going to open up this room here, the studio, as well as another room and potentially 2 more for some rehearsal spaces for bands that are looking to pay by the hour. Now, what's going to be unique about us, and I don't want this to be, just a marketing plug, but I guess it is what it is. So what's unique about us is the quality of the gear that we're going to be providing to bands. These rooms are furnished with only the top end stuff. We got arcade machines here. We just got Mortal Kombat and Tetris, which is amazing. We got Wi-Fi access in the rooms, the leather couch, beer fridge.
What he
What
means
else
to
we
say
got?
too is that the rooms are all backlined, so
Yeah,
you
they're-
can just come in.
They're backlined, exactly. I mean, we've got Sonar drums, DW drums, Marshall amplifiers, not the cheap ones, the good ones, Ampeg cabs, all tube stuff. I mean, we're really going to be providing some high-end gear for people to come in at a very affordable hourly rate to be able to rehearse. Because the reality is, not everybody is able to jam in their basement. Not everybody wants to pay a monthly fee for rehearsal space. And so we're looking to cater to those people that, maybe only looking to jam, maybe once a week, a couple of times at most. That said, we also want to support the kids too, because we know that sometimes parents can't accommodate the band and the equipment might be expensive to either purchase or to rent, and we're going to make that available. So that said, we'll get you some more information about that. We're going to be having a grand opening open house jam social here next Saturday, which is hosted by the Vault Recording Studio, but really it's representative of all of our business ventures that are down here. And we're going to have the party lounge open. Our video games are going to be going. We'll have some food and drinks available. And it's going to be a meet and greet in the afternoon, and then an open jam in the 2 rooms in the evening. So it should be a lot of fun.
On what day
The 2nd.
of March?
Yes. Are you able to come?
Yes.
Cool.
Wait,
You just want to come and play Tetris
I can after. I have to DJ something at Barney's.
at Barney's
Yeah, on the patio.
on the patio.
Yeah.
What?
You lie.
No, I'm not. PBR. We're doing this snow jam thing.
That night, though, right?
Yes.
What time?
I don't know. All I know is it's me, Rob Dyer, and Joel from Baptized, and I'll be playing old school hip hop and skate punk for an hour in the freezing cold while people snowboard.
It's only for an
Drink
hour.
Pepsi.
Like on the
Snowboard
picnic
in-
tables?
I don't really know. Okay.
They're going to build it. They must be building.
They're gonna be
Down the
building something.
street.
Yeah, they're gonna have some sort of.
Yeah,
So yeah.
and it's only for an hour that you DJing.
I mean, a lot of things during the day, so you should probably come here.
Well, we're going to be here.
I don't really know when it is. When I find out, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I
that's
will
cool.
be here though.
That's cool. Yeah, the Saturday it'll be 3 p.m. That we have the
You meant, yeah.
well,
No,
the
that's fine.
The evening is going to be when we do the festivities, but in the afternoon is going to be an open house. We encourage people to come down and check out what we have going on
Yes.
here, and we'll let you know what we're all about, and see if there's a fit there. But at the same time, if you happen to know people that are looking for these types of services, we please pass the word on. We'd appreciate that.
Oh yeah, there's a link on all my stuff.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
There are not enough of those services that are available here, and moreover, there's not enough quality services that are available. So that's what we're looking to do, is to kind of differentiate from what we're doing from the competition. And I'm looking forward to see how it goes. And at the same time, I'm looking forward to see what kind of talent comes through here, because I know people are going to use it, and there's probably going to be some pretty crazy talented kids that are coming through.
I want to play Tetris and Mortal Kombat.
Well, I do want to play Mortal Kombat because I used to be the Mortal Kombat master of the universe.
I'm the Tetris master.
Are ya?
Whoa.
One token, I could beat the game, and there was only one guy in North Bay that could beat me.
Have you
And
guys-
he would kick my ass handily though. Like I would just mow down everybody else, and then this guy would drop in a token because it was at Happy Man Arcade, and you drop in a token, and he would just manhandle me, and I would sit there dumbfounded, like, how is this guy kicking my ass when I just beat everybody all day? And I'd be on the machine. Like I always wanted people to play me, because if they didn't and I beat the game, it was game over, right? Because you can only use one token. But if people were lined up to play, I could play like all afternoon, right? Just on one token.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Just
You
kidding.
watched
You guys should watch the documentary King of Kong.
I've seen it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Question, Alex, are you on the Ustream chat?
No.
No, okay. There looks like there's some people that are chatting with us on the Ustream chat, and apologies. Gary is the one that normally takes care of that, and he's sick in bed, and we wish Gary.
I am unfortunately Gary this evening.
You are Gary, so you're not, performing his function to its full extent.
Fired.
On the other hand, you are drinking beer, which Gary does not do. Angry Edie, man. I'm telling you,
Wow,
this thing
in
could
other
catch
words,
on.
You suck.
Womp womp. Oh look, we got another song submission. Awesome. This is great. Bands have really been getting behind this thing, and we're really appreciative. I mean, obviously our program and our format is a little bit different than maybe what you're accustomed to listening to on commercial radio. And
We
no,
sometimes play songs.
yeah, and no knock on commercial radio because they do a great job, particularly a couple of the stations here in town. But we're a little bit more laid back, and we drop some F-bombs every now and then. And when we decide to play some music, we get to some. But we're going to wrap this thing up, I think. It's about time. You got stuff to do tonight? Anybody else have anything to do?
Go to
No?
bed.
Go to bed?
Is it Wednesday?
Go to the gym.
You going to the gym tonight? Good life?
Try. Good life.
Yeah, it's just there. It's overrated.
I'm probably gonna go home and watch Dexter.
Dexter.
I love that show.
Creepy shit.
You're not caught up on Dexter?
Sorry?
Yeah, that's a...
You're not caught up on Dexter?
I downloaded all of
Oh,
the seasons,
man.
and I'm around season 6 right now, like halfway through it.
Wow.
But I'm getting there.
You're in for a
Getting
twist.
I was in for a twist. Where I was pretty shook up when Rita died. Actually,
Oh,
I
Oh,
was-
you ruined it, man.
I'm only on season 3. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Spoiler
I'm
alert.
sorry.
Spoiler
I'm sorry.
alert.
I
I
didn't
didn't
know
watch
that
it,
anybody
so
else
it's
was
all
watching
good.
it. Okay.
I'm only teasing.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
The
that.
only show I'm really crazy about right now is Californication. That show is unbelievably good.
I overheard it, the new one from last night this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting in my office and Kelly was watching it in her office because she didn't feel like doing work.
So have you been watching it? Like,
No,
No?
I have seen 4 episodes of that show.
Oh, it's so good, man. It's so good. You got to check it out. If you're into that sort of thing. Basically debauchery. But it's well done. David Duchovny's a hell of an actor. But
Because he plays himself.
did you know that he had to go to sex rehab
Yes, that's like
because of that show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows about
I'm
that.
surprised
But,
that he didn't have to beforehand.
well, no, it was that show, I think, that just kind of pushed him over the edge. It was all the scenarios that they put him in, right? And I mean, I can only imagine it inflated the guy's ego so big, right? Because pretty much everywhere he went, every woman was throwing themselves
Oh,
at him.
absolutely.
So, and I think now he's divorced. He was married to Taya Leone. I don't know.
I think
Correct me if
so,
I'm wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, and now they're not together, I think.
Out of all the things I care about, I oddly enough don't care about TMZ.
Right. Anyway,
On that
bit
note.
sidetracked. On that note, want to take an opportunity to thank our sponsors here. All right, so here we go. So first and foremost, need to thank Jason Rhoda at J Rhoda Photography, who's curiously absent tonight.
Yeah,
You never know what he's training for the Beard Olympics or something like that. I don't know what's up, but no. Truth is, he's going to compete. He wants to compete in Norway for the
I
beard.
remember him talking about it, yeah.
And he's got his girlfriend now is his trainer. So, I think they're using VO5 hot oil, and I don't know what they're doing to stimulate this beard, but anyways, it's pretty impressive. That said, Jay Rhoda is one of London's premier photographers, particularly with live music. And if you happen to be a band looking for some quality photos, yes, Instagram's cool. We all use it. We take pictures of food. But
Why were you looking at me when you said that?
Well, I wasn't looking at
Forget
you.
the nails and the animals.
And dogs, yeah. But if you want quality pictures done, and the guy's not a fortune. He's very affordable, and he can come do some band photos, do some live photos, promo shots, whatever you need him to do. So get at him. Secondly, I want to thank my friend Stephen Jane Poulin at the Submission Academy Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Their school right now is just going crazy. They recently came back from their affiliate, Robert Drysdale, down in Vegas, who trains MMA fighters. And that said, both of them walked away with promotions. Steve is now a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and they've recently expanded some of their classes, and offering morning classes, noon classes. They're so accommodating. Steve mentioned to me today, he said if people were looking for a midnight class because that's the only time that would work for them, I would put together a midnight class. So they really want to work with their clients and kind of custom tailor to their experience, and it's really fun. You know, people think about it as a combat sport, but really it's a unique and fun form of exercise that's going to help you build confidence through some hard work. So go check them out. I think their first class is free. That said, you can drop in there at Dundas and Egerton. You can't miss the sign, Submission Academy. Go check them out. And I do need to take an opportunity to thank my buddy Scotty Finlayson, a.k.a. Scotty Fairmont, at fullcolorcards.ca, who hooked me up with our business cards here for all of our ventures. That said, just a really great dude, offers some great prices, quality product. If you happen to be in the market for some business cards, get at him. Info's right there. Or if, you know, you can always, any of these two at the same time are sponsors. If you need some more information and you're not able to find it online or through any of the links that you see on the page, obviously feel free to get into contact with us and we can put you into contact with those people. And last but not least, Gary, I don't know if you're listening right now. I hope you're feeling better. Gary at Shirt for Brains Custom Screen Printing. He's doing up some shirts for us here. Not only for London Indie Underground, but also for Underground Sound Rehearsal Studios.
Bless you.
Quality work, quality dude. Offers some great prices, very competitive. I know he's working on getting some crazy embroidery machines so that he's going to be able to do all kinds of stuff. And he's really been talking about that a lot lately. He's also got a promo on right now for team jerseys and team t-shirts. So if you happen to be in a hockey team or soccer team or whatever, he can hook you up with that as well. And he's a good dude. Hopefully he'll be back next week, contributing his little quirkiness. He's always got some funny little bits to say, and he's opinionated, kind of like you.
Forgot that he was in Trigger Happy.
Yeah.
The almighty
He was
Trigger
in
Happy.
Trigger Happy?
He was in
with
Trigger
Al
Happy, yeah.
Nolan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
You
I
know
saw
that?
him play when I was like 18 at the Rivoli. I swear to God.
I wish I had some
How long
Trigger
ago
Happy.
was that?
I was in grade.
So like
Oh, it
like
was
2
probably
years ago, right?
Probably like 91 maybe. 90 or 91. I saw Trigger Happy play.
Oh yeah, they're old dudes. Al Nolan drinks the bow and everything.
I can't believe he was in Trigger Happy.
Yeah, I totally forgot until the last time I was on here. I was like, man, he's familiar, and I can't figure out where it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The almighty Trigger Happy.
We'll get him to bring some throwback stuff.
Yeah.
We can spin it. I do have some of his solo stuff. It's called Lame. It's actually really good. We've featured it on the podcast a few times. But anyways, I think it's time to end this baby off. Maybe have another beer. I know you're probably... I know you quit smoking, so...
Mm-hmm.
Way to put the idea in his head.
Yeah. So no.
I just got over the gym, so I mean,
So it balances out. Gym, smoking, it's all good.
I actually used that as an excuse on Friday.
All right, so I'd like to thank you at home for listening and tuning in for with us tonight. Again, I'd like to thank Lonnie for, or why do I keep calling you Lonnie? Lynn from Lonnie in the Garden. Thanks for coming in and performing with us. Well done. We'll be posting up that podcast tomorrow as well, so people will be able to go and check it out after the fact if they weren't able to connect today, and maybe you can share that with your social media group.
Yeah, for sure.
So they can check it out and see what
Yeah.
we're all about. And Edie, goes without
Hi.
saying, thank you for coming in. By the way, door's always open if you ever want to come in and sit in. I'm welcome to be a permanent panel guest.
Yeah, but I feel bad.
Why?
I don't.
You don't feel bad.
I never feel bad.
Why would you say that then?
I don't know.
Nothing to feel bad about.
That's true. You guys like my opinion.
We do.
And curse wing.
Yeah. Well, see, I like that because my job here is to kind of mediate, add my 2 cents in, but to kind of steer the bus back on
It
track.
has to go on track, yes.
Right. But I need, I certainly need the color guys that can pull it into different directions.
It's racist.
See? Exactly. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandy. So, Alex 1 and Alex 2, thank you for sitting in with us tonight. So, we'll be looking forward to your input going forward here because you two will definitely be integral parts in our podcast and moreover in our online presence. Our website is going to be launched here. We're in the midst of working on it, which will provide us an opportunity to give you content with respect to all the things that we've been talking about here. Band stuff, shows coming up, opinion pieces, ear to the ground, that sort of stuff. And obviously you two will be a big part of that. So that said, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Robin, thanks for coming. Even though it was for a brief visit. And Ajay,
I'm not thanking you. You didn't bring any food.
she didn't bring any
Whoa,
food.
whoa, whoa.
Read.
I'd cut now if I were you. I'd have to go crazy.
March
Get
16th.
ugly.
You know what I should say, because I've had a couple of people message me now. Those that have won, we've been tweeting out who won the swag. we do have an open door policy here on our Wednesday night podcast, and if you would like to come in to the studio and sit around, listen in on what we're doing, socialize with some of the people that are here. We'll also have Ajay, who's going to be working with any of the crowd that happens to show up, just to make you feel comfortable, because obviously we know we're going to be sitting in the booth here, and our attention is focused on this. We have people out back. Ajay's going to be kind of massaging the group, if you will.
No rub and tugs. No rub and tugs.
He says no rub and tugs. I don't know. Maybe if you slip him a
Just
couple of
rubs.
bucks.
Just rubs.
And if you want to play some video games, you can do that
That's
too,
fast.
because that's how we roll. Yeah, video games. But moreover, we're going to have some live performances here that you're going to want to check out. And moreover, if you want to meet us and see what we're all about and kind of connect, we're looking to support, we're looking to promote, and we're looking to connect with you. So get at us. So that said, we're going to end this thing off with some Two Crown King. This is You and I on the London Indie Underground. Have a good night.
What ain't it pretty, all your little forgiveness at all wrapped up in ribbon fitting in there. Still having trouble fumble, both that and buckle mumble, something wicked every breath. Shut up, step up, get up and go. Slip up, fuck up, and find it and grow. My patience of lately is ready to blow. You're an open flame, and I'm fuel for show. We got 8 more miles till lies and smiles are worth their weight in gold. Are worth their weight in gold. You got me guessing it'd be best if you left me alone, cause I've done all I can and it's best that you now I've taught what that you needed to be, but you're not who so I'm leaving you alone. So go and get on back to September, back to the way that we would want to remember, back to the way that you were at the start, before the bridges were burned and we learned who you are. Biggest mistake today. My biggest mistake today. Biggest mistake today. Yeah. My biggest mistake today. Well, ain't it pretty, all your little forgiveness at all wrapped up in ribbon fitting in there. Still having trouble fumble, or betting buckle mumble, something wicked every breath. You got me guessing that you won't make it through these hoops that I'm holding, cause you can't take another minute, and it's evident I won't break. But this is only cause I'm worth my weight in gold. Cause I'm worth my weight in gold. I've said this 1,000 times before. Don't bring your bull in my China store. Your talk's cheap, but I'm not gonna buy anymore. Watch where you drop, where you're sitting so high on your horse. And I figure this is best for the both of us. Good for the gander and the goose. Now you can finally get a west and get me off of your chest. All the best of what we call this a truce. Biggest mistake today. No, my biggest mistake today. No, my biggest mistake today. Today. No, my biggest mistake today. No, my biggest mistake today. Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? It's only been a year and you're starting to show. And though a part of me hopes to water your pot, I'd be doping off a lot of me just awkwardly keeps telling me no. Cause people can change in so many ways. Cause people can change in so many ways. Cause people can change in so many ways.